All right. Trying this again. All right. So, I'm going to stand up here. She just got an ice pack on her neck. Yep. I'm that good, y'all. I'm that good. You can just look at me right now. No witty comeback, no nothing. You just gonna look at me.
Make me sound like a bitch.
Yeah, that's the point. Ow! I think you hit me. What? Just throwing it out there. Okay.
Throw it out there, pick it back up, damn it.
No, it's out there. It's got to marinate.
All right, let's get started.
She got a crick in her neck, so she's working on her papers and stuff like that for a statistics class. I told her to put a cold pack on it. A warm pack will also do it, but she's got to stay awake for this. And I'm working on 2 Benadryl. It's been an hour. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's roll. We're gonna talk about a few things. All right, all gelled together. But let's first talk about NWA Power's cover up. All right, because that was what you want to call straight the fuck up shit-tacular.
It was abysmal.
Right? That was that bullshit. That's what that was. All right. So here's the thing. For y'all that just may not know about it all, Jim Cornette makes a joke about starvation that people took as racism. And when they took it as racism, because, Twitter, everyone wants to talk on Twitter, then everyone has to believe it on Twitter. And you got people out there that can't think past their own nose. That's like, and they fish, so they want to hate Jim Cornette, all right? Because Jim Cornette don't like stupid shit, and they're like, I like that stuff, so you're calling me stupid, so fuck. So, the logical thing would be chill, think about it, make an assessment. Is what Jim Cornette's saying true? Does it make sense? If so, then recalibrate what the fuck you doing, all right? It's that simple. If what he says makes sense, but you don't want to stop liking what you're liking, therefore he's insulting you, then that's you fucking up. All right? If you don't like what he says, and there's validity for you not liking it, speak up about it, get a little thing going, and maybe, and you know what? He's always been open. You could have wrote him something and talked about it. You could have made your own podcast. You could have wrote letters to Jim Cornette. You could have done it for Jim Cornette, at Jim Cornette on Twitter, the great Brian Last on Twitter, Jim Cornette mailing list, Brian Last mailing list. You had multiple options, multiple ways, and if you didn't take it, it's because you knew deep down inside you were full of shit. It's that simple, But instead, people get angry. So what do? NWA, I'm not going to watch you anymore because you got that guy up there. You have him. You have enough people saying that because they're listening to wrestling celebrities instead of what the fuck is really going on. So, NWA goes to Cornette. They talk to him. Hey, yada yada, Cornette. Why didn't you say something about it? What did you think about it? Went over my head. Didn't really care. That's right. Cornette's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. He quits, and everyone's like, NWA fires him. And even though not only did Jim Cornette, and I said it before Jim Cornette even did his podcast. I was like, Jim Cornette fucking left. It was just too much stupid shit. He's gone. Jim Cornette does not deal with a lot of stupid shit.
And nobody really should.
No one should. So, he quits. He leaves. Bye-bye. NWA is like, okay, mutual leaving. It's all good.
Problem. Today's show was pre-taped. So Cornette was on it. Instead of airing the show with a little notation, which I just knew they were going to do. I knew they were going to air the show and do like a little precursor saying, Cornette resigned, yada, yada, yada. Let's get on with the show.
And maybe do some clips, clip him mostly out of it, show straight up matches, and do all that stuff. But does NWA do anything intelligent like that? No. You look at the scenery, you look at the lighting, and it's like, this shit is new. Mm-hmm. And all they do...
They can the whole fucking episode.
We'll give you one match. One match, the question mark and Dawson.
One pissant dark match, pushed mainly by Aaron Stevens, who... He aight. And the rest was just, this is what happened last week. It happened the week before. Here's Thunder Rosa in the build up to her MMA match. Here's an interview.
And it's like, what the fuck? Now, see, they can't look at you looking. They can't see you looking off to nothing with that confused look to express how dumb fuck it was. They can't. You got to talk about how dumb fuck it is.
It was dumb fuck.
It was dumb fuck. It was that dumb fuck shit. All right. NWA will never hear what I'm saying. Nobody's going to tell NWA anything about this. And most likely people might not even hear this anyway because they're going to be like, he's talking about NWA, I don't care. But I'm gonna say this. When you have a show and you have pre-taped this shit in 1 to 2 months in advance, and someone that you don't recognize what's happening, and the people got a problem with it, you know what you do? You stand by your product. You know, that's what you do. When the Big Show used the G word to describe people, you know, in Vietnam, in China, in Japan, of any Asian descent, he used the G word around Shane McMahon on TV, pre-recorded, no repercussions. While, might I add, he's smoking. All right? Cigarette to grill piece smoking on TV.
And I'm going to tell you.
No consequences.
No consequences.
They stood by the Big Show. Vince McMahon throwing out the N-word. I mean, granted, he owns everything, but no one issued an apology. Nobody did anything. They have literally led to wrestlers' deaths, and they are not being held responsible other than public rhetoric of people that can't stand them but won't stop watching them.
But I have to say that the G-word incident and the Vince McMahon N-word incident was damn near 15, 20 years ago. And if you don't think that makes a difference, it does, because this is before the Twitters.
Yep.
Before the Facebook.
Yep.
Before the everything that happens in the world ever is going to be online and available for everyone else in a blink of an eye.
Yep.
So it was different.
Damn different. That means you had an excess of 2 to 10 million people watching that show at that time, and it just went right over their head because they're privileged. They don't care. They probably felt that way anyway.
Or the ones who did feel way about it be like, some fucking bullshit.
Like, fuck.
And that's it.
Fuck you and fuck them. I'll watch you next week.
Yep, that's it.
Me, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And they did that. I remember when Triple H was like, oh, so what you're saying is you're a pussy.
Oh, I remember that. That shit was funny as hell.
That was a collective pause.
Man, my mouth dropped over. I was like, oh my goodness. He said pussy on primetime TV.
On Monday Night Raw. Threw that shit out there.
That shit was some funny shit. I was too done.
So they don't cover it. They stood by it. All NWA had to do was just say, this was a joke that yada, yada, yada. It meant this. If there are any apologies, it will be handled by Jim Cornette. If so. Other than that, get fucked. Something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know the get fucked part would have.
I'm serious. That they should have stood by Cornette because they found nothing wrong with it. And when people lit up on Twitter, they should have been like, let's talk about it before we make judgments about it. Now, that would have really pissed people off because people don't want to think. They want immediate action upon their first emotion. That's what they want. What? He said something and this person said it's racist. I say it's racist and I hate Jim Cornette anyway, so I'm going to be against it. Therefore, fuck him and I'm never watching NWA again. So NWA is like, okay, look, what do people say? If Jim Cornette is up there, I'm not watching it. Well, since Jim Cornette's up there, I'm not watching it. So, instead of standing by the guy and doing the right thing and letting Jim Cornette handle this shit on his own podcast, they went full corporate. So, that's why Jim Cornette and others hate corporate shit because they don't think. Mm-hmm. Somebody gets mad and they say, we're sorry. Even if there's nothing to apologize for.
Hey, we're sorry. It's an empty apology, but you'll feel better in your jellies.
It was a dated, stupid joke. And in this era, they don't hear Starving Marvin. That's mine, kitty. They don't hear that shit. Mm-mm. They hear well, you know what? Black people suck. And it's like, whoa, where did you hear that?
And in this instance, it wasn't black people suck. I know it's surprising. Because that's usually what they mean.
It wasn't about black people.
But it wasn't about black people.
Not at all. Black people are here in the United States of America. That's where black people are. Different. Africa is fucking different. You don't call people in Africa black people.
They don't like that.
All right? You call them black Africans, and then there's the white Africans. That's it. Don't call them black people. All right? They are not black people. They are legit black Africans, and they are the counterpart white Africans. That's how that shit roll. All right? And if it has changed in the past 5 years, then
somebody send an update.
Yeah, send an update.
Things change so fast demographically, it's kind of hard to keep up.
You know, this woke culture, everything is super ultra sensitive, not simply respectful. It went straight up oversensitive. So,
like, I want to respect the cause, but I don't know what to call nobody no more.
Yeah, then what? I don't fucking know. It's call them something. Hey, you. You. It's like, well, yeah. What? You should call me as they, but it's just you only.
You're
still disrespecting me. Oh my God! It's like
you're just one person.
It's one motherfucker.
You just one.
I'm not gonna call one motherfucker they. What the fuck?
Tell me your name. I'll call you that.
Yeah, shit. What is your name? You. You know, I would have stuck by, and then all I got to do after that is just simply run the fucking show.
But
anyway,
instead,
they
put Joe Galley out there, and I'm not really a fan of Joe Galley.
Nope.
They put Joe Galley out there talking,
and honestly, God damn it, this means we waited 7 days, seven whole days.
For some bullshit.
Joe
Galley want to be Larry King. I don't know what he rather interview people. He don't want to do no damn wrestling show.
Yeah, you just interviewing people all day is fucking stupid. All right, the shit. What people was pissed, and I reading. She was reading the comments and just having a hoot laughing.
It was so funny.
People are like, "What the fuck? I waited all time for this," and then one dude said, watching the view count drop upon the interview with Melina.
No, it wasn't Melina. It was Melina. The Shakespeare.
The Shakespeare thing?
The Dawson's reading Shakespeare.
Yeah, that was
stupid.
I mean, if there was wrestling going on, it would have been funny, but people are already soured by what the fuck they've already done with this. We're not going to show you shit. We're going to just rehash shit. I mean, literally, this is what WWF used to do. Give you damn near 40 minutes of this shit. Mm-hmm. You know, let's go to this promo. Well, in the ring, we got this person who's going to introduce what's going to happen later on tonight. Okay, at the broadcast, let's talk for about 5 or 10 minutes on what's going to happen in the main event. Okay, now back to the interview section because somebody else want to cut another promo. Okay, now you got about 5 or 10 minutes of commercials. All within it's like
that shit was painful.
And it's like, y'all paid tickets for this. Mm-hmm. You know?
We ain't never paid for a WWE show and we never will.
So, this is the shit that people were pissed off. So now their subscriber count is going to drop. Their viewer level is going to drop. They scrambled to do this last second. So they did this within the past 6 days. Mm-hmm. All right. This means, just throwing it out there, what people are going to acknowledge now is you all could have legit put on a full studio show within this week's time.
And you didn't.
Yes. You could have just said, now, the people that did wrestle and it was taped, no one gets to see it. Mm-hmm. Nobody gets to see it. And as one person said, you know what they normally do before a pay-per-view? Wrestle.
Mm-hmm. They could have done all kinds of build-up for the pay-per-view, but they didn't.
They didn't do shit.
They rehashed the old shit to build up the new shit. Oh, and then they released the card.
Yep. And then someone says, NWA is going into the fire. Seriously. And it's like, yeah. You know, Murdoch was getting plenty of love. Yeah. Murdoch could strap a child to his back on a motor scooter and drive through the Vatican without getting touched.
That was funny. Trevor Murdoch is getting over.
Trevor Murdoch.
He's a tough motherfucker now.
He's over. He is over in the comment section.
He's tough as hell.
That shit is funny. But then it goes on to now. Let's get to the other shit. All right, because I know you got to get to sleep. And
okay, I'll get started.
We're gonna get started on Camille. All right,
but I'm gonna let me get into this. Just give me a minute.
Okay, because I wanted to say something real commonsensical about Camille, but okay, go ahead.
Nick Aldis is the champion. He's holding the 10 pounds of gold.
NWA World's Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Has anybody noticed that he doesn't talk very well?
What you mean?
Okay, so
he talks with a nice accent, and he makes sure that he tells everybody what they want to hear, and he'll absolutely, if anything, put somebody over and talk about how he respects them and how they are the great talent, and then he'll talk about why he is the world champion.
Do you look forward to hearing him talk?
No.
When Flair was champion, at any point in time, you knew you were going to get something good, right?
When he comes out, you're like, oh, shit.
When Goldberg was champion in WCW, you know, he didn't say a whole lot, but when he did say something, he bark and snarl, and you'd be like, yeah, I was looking forward to that.
They issue a big, the first time we heard him talk, there was a dude, they issued a challenge to him or something. His music hits, he comes out, he gets the mic, you're on! And people, he got the mic, people was like, yeah, you're on! Drops the mic and leaves, people was like, what the fuck was that? Because people want some long oration, you know. I mean,
they got spoiled. Flair's spoiled.
Yeah, it ain't like everyone. You know, they want people to come out and do a podcast. They don't, you know. It's like, no, you just come out, say some few words, you know, and leave.
But there's and he doesn't. Okay, obviously he's the champion.
Yeah.
Okay, he don't wrestle a whole lot, and then the studio thing, he can't get over his awesome ass music, so he just has to talk. And I don't think his talking is all that great, especially to be the champion. So
now there is someone there that can talk.
Yeah.
There's somebody, he can talk.
He can. But he's not champion. And so it's like okay.
And he came up on his clothes this time.
And so it's like they kind of got to focus on Camille.
Because, you know, the best thing in the world is trying to figure out if Camille will talk.
Yeah.
That is the thing. That is the driving force right now on the mystery of the National Wrestling Alliance.
Joe Gallen's be trying to win some sort of a award for interviewers because he's really pushing this Camille.
Yeah,
thing.
I want to hear you talk. Talk. What the fuck? Yeah, let me break this down to y'all. All right, I want y'all to hear this. All right, about Camille. Now I know this personally. All right, I'm going to get personal on Camille right now. Now I'm going to tell you what you snickering for. This shit is real. This is real. Camille. All right, watch your Ring of Honor. All right. I've seen her type before. I have seen her type. I have walked this planet around that type. Now, let me tell you something about Camille. She is a female. She has a voice, and she uses it from time to time, just not on the microphone. All right, so when she talks, she probably has a female voice. She probably has not bass like a guy. She probably has bass like a female. Probably a female with no bass of her own, so she probably don't have a black girl's tone. She's probably got a white girl's tone, you know? She probably says words. Words that people understand so they can get shit done. Something that somebody might want to retort to. You know? That's Camille, all right? That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on a female human being with no bass in her voice say words.
For weeks.
Fuck that.
For weeks we're waiting on this.
Fuck that.
We're not waiting on this.
Fuck that.
You know, when James Storm comes and talks, you know you're going to hear something that you want to hear.
Even if he flubs a little.
Ken Anderson, all he had to do was say his name. And it's like, I'm satisfied. Eli Drake, he can talk his ass off.
He got his stone cold rhythm down. Eli Drake. And his rhythm is easy to capture. It's easy to get. You know, part of me even does. It's got a little southern twang he's got going. Almost like a little pastor twang a little bit in there. You know, he throws it out there. He got his pattern. He got his shit down pat. I likes what Eli Drake is doing. Problem is, he just ain't getting in the ring and doing what he needs to do to get things done. That is my issue with Eli Drake. They need to push him like they should have, get him up there and do the damn thing, win the title, because Nick Aldis ain't all that.
He's not. I mean, he's a great performer in the ring. When they do his intro, you know, it's all hype.
Epic intro.
Wonderful music.
Great skills. I just don't want to hear him talk.
I just don't want to hear him talk. And then they get him out there and he carries the belt like.
All
I
right.
hate the way he carries the belt. Wear it or put it on your shoulder. That little thing you do like it's a man purse. I'm not feeling it.
All right, look. Let me tell you the true thing about Nick Aldis. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. I'm gonna tell you why you can't connect with him. I'm gonna tell you why some people can't connect with Nick Aldis.
Right.
And this ain't a shtick. This is real. Cause you don't know if this motherfucker's a heel or a face. He will do some face stuff. He'll give the credit. He'll do the whole thing and try to sound champion-like material.
And then he stabs you in the chest.
Then he stabs you in the chest. But then he goes out and do some great shit and some positive stuff that gets people cheering for him. So it's kind of like, what are you? You know? Now, if you got a stable you're forming and that's what you're really doing, okay, fine. But he's not showing that.
He's not showing anything.
And I damn sure wouldn't do it with the Dawsons. Dawsons are great, but they don't
mesh.
Visually, skill-wise, and style, they don't mesh.
They don't mesh. It's like, and then he's like, here, nobody has stepped to the forefront to try and challenge for the 10 pounds of gold. I'm like, dude, quit feeling yourself.
It's like it ain't the goal they want. You want to beat the champion. He's been champion what, 2 years? They say,
I guess
something like that, close to it, or
no,
just
no,
over
it hadn't been 2 years because we saw the match when he wrestled Cody and got it back.
All right, true. You know, I guess collectively he's had it for 2 years.
Maybe, yeah.
Now, Nick Aldis, he looks like a champion.
He looks great. He's got great suits.
Great intro. I've already said this. His wrestling is top notch. He's got his good shit going on in that ring, and he doesn't have to use a finisher to beat you. None of them do, and I like that about the National Wrestling Alliance. I do. But here's the thing. He's the champion, outshined by everybody else. Who is more popular than Nick Aldis? Hold up. I'm gonna save the best for last. Who gets the most cheers? I'm talking about cheer level. All right. We're gonna start cheer level from the lowest to the highest. All right. First, Eli Drake, lowest. He gets cheers, yeah, but he's the lowest on this level. Okay. Because I'm comparing to somebody who gets cheers next to that. All right. James Storm. Who's slightly higher than him? Colt Cabana. Who's higher than Colt Cabana? All right. Rock and Roll Express. Who gets cheers higher than who gets the pops higher than Rock and Roll Express? The question mark. What the fuck? Who I think is Josephus.
Yeah, I think
She was like, that's Josephus. And then he ran away at some point. I was like, that's how Josephus ran. Either way, you know, I'm going to throw it out there. I love the question mark. That bullshit 1980s martial arts type stuff.
Them baggy ass tights.
Baggy tights. He's exceedingly generic, but I like the gimmick. I like everything about the question mark, so I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to ride with the question mark on this because that shit is fucking funny. All right? And it's awesome. And that and the chop to the throat, I keep forgetting what they call it. It's a long name.
Yeah.
Like Mongolian spike or something. I don't know. Mongrovian spike. I love it. I like it.
Whatever Mongrove is.
Whatever that is.
Mongrovia.
So the question mark gets the highest pop out of all these talented, awesome athletes. You know? So Nick Aldis, I think, honestly, yeah, he builds himself like a Ric Flair. He does everything right. I'm going to give him that. He does everything right.
They're carrying the belt like a fucking man purse.
What? Flair did the same thing.
I don't remember.
I know that.
Most of the time he was throwing the shit down, cutting out his clothes.
Ric Flair would get up there, hold the belt, and put it down on the table. That's what he would do.
Because he talks with his hands.
Yep. And then he would fall out on the floor at some point.
Take out his clothes, yeah.
You know, he have to get out of his clothes, and then he'll have the belt on like next to him, and then leave without his clothes. Somebody got to get his shit, get his shoes, his shirt, his jacket, and probably his belt. Is what Flair did. All right, we miss Flair.
And just a side note, we first got introduced to Nick Aldis when he was commentating with the belt on ROH. That was fucking abysmal. He was trying to be the heel commentator.
It
It sucked. But then,
yeah, he did because I couldn't see that he was a heel. But I was like, why he saying kind of negative things? But I don't know. I guess he just don't like the dude. It won't like, what the fuck, dude? No, it was. I mean,
it was very lukewarm heel work.
Yeah.
And then when the Allure came out, that's when he was around commentating when the Allure first was threatening. I think it was the Allure.
Yeah.
When they were coming out.
Yeah, it was.
Even if it wasn't, it was some female wrestling on ROH. He stood up and looked with his mouth hanging open like he had never seen a woman before. And this is the NWA champion. Bitches should be looking at him. He shouldn't be gawking like he ain't never seen two legs before. And he's coming out with Camille. Granted, maybe you don't see Camille that way, but Camille is stacked from head to toe. It ought to be a little bit of immunity. She looks far better than the women he was looking at.
Yeah, Camille, his
mouth was hanging open. You could have pissed and done anything, and he would have known the difference because his mouth was hanging open. Like it was pathetic.
I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna come at it from a guy's point of view. Camille, her face is cute, plain but cute, and it's cute. Cute goes 100% all the way down the damn road. She got ass, enough. It's shapely. She got hips, arms are stacked. Shoulders broad. She got her shit going.
She
chest
knows how
out.
to carry herself.
Carries herself well. Got good thighs. Got some calves on her. All right. She got a body, a good damn body from head to toe. So having her at my hip, when the Allure or anyone come out, I'm kind of like, well, there they go.
Yeah.
That's how I would be. I'd be like, there's some girls that came out. Oh, that's them? Cool. Hi. They'd be like, are we sexy? I'd be like, you're not Camille.
And it wasn't a work.
No, that was legit.
That was legit.
That was the NWA champion breaking his shit over girls that look half as good as the one at his side. Like, as she ain't gonna say what she said before.
What'd I say?
Like, he stood up like he never seen pussy before.
He did. He stood up like he never seen pussy before. And it was sad. I was like, huh? And then to have to remake the connection that this is the NWA champion behaving this way on a different program. And he couldn't help it. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're the NWA world champion. They should be looking at you.
It's like a 10-year-old boy that saw the teacher's skirt fly up, and he's like, "Oh, what's that between her legs? Did you see that?" And he's talking to somebody that's like 25. Yeah, I saw it. Looked pretty nice. You gonna pick up that trash you spilled? I will when I get this image out my head. That was great.
It was pitiful. I could just hear Flair speaking the way a champion should. We miss Flair. We love you, Flair.
If you want Flair, it would be me. What? You're gonna laugh at me, my feelings.
But you haven't been NWA champion.
I should have been. I should have been. Yeah, because I would have. I'm serious. I would have sat there and they would have came out, and I'd be like, "Damn, who's this faction coming out? They coming out together. That's the Allure. Kind of pretty. They gonna do something in the ring." It's like, well, aren't they hot? I guess. I want to see them wrestle. I'd be like, look, I got Camille at my side. I'm good. But you know what? Tomorrow night, when I'm free, I might take one of them in my room.
Aren't they hot? I don't know their temperature. I'm just hoping they do something in the ring.
It's like, you know what? I'm not hot. I'm still pretty cool right now, and I got on a 3-piece suit, and I borrowed from England. Just throwing it out there, man.
That's all I got to say. That's all the bagging I got to do on Nick Aldis.
We pretty much just ripped this shit a new one.
Speak less, wrestle more.
Let's speaky more wrestly. She got sleep. We went longer than I wanted. Okay, man. I was trying to sum it up in about 5 minutes, but I didn't do that. I failed to do that. My bad. It's 28 minutes going on, almost 29 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I did a live stream today, wrestling on Twitch. That was video gaming wrestling, CR5 Pro Road, the big event. I also put that up on Minds. I put it up on Medium. And medium is more like pay-per-view style anyway. It's pretty cool. Help me out, help other people out. Also coming off of Monday's big event for CR Fire Pro TV. Did that. That was all good. And you know what? Pretty damn happy about that. I think I did well, except for the big flub on the road's big event. But yeah, we've been. You know what? We just talked for 2 days. You know that girl. We talked from Tuesday to Wednesday. We just talked for 2 days. That's awesome. See, that's how you talk for 2 days straight. But yeah, look, y'all, leave your comments down below. You know what? That's what you do. Leave it down below, so we can all do our things. My voice probably came in on high. I turned the microphone way up on this one because I didn't feel like trying to yell and all this other stuff. But yeah, I'm glad y'all showed up and stuff. And just listen to the podcast. I always appreciate that. I appreciate it every single time. So, with that said, this has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning and CR Fire Pro, and this has also been Cedra Owens for The Wicked Orchard. You can check her out on The Wicked Orchard YouTube channel and stuff like that. She hasn't posted anything new because, honestly, I have not cleaned off the table to make a space for the camera, and she's been busy with her schoolwork. Yeah, that's right, y'all. She's a school girl. I'm gonna get her. Yeah. School girl. Yeah. All right.
It's so silly.
All right. So, as I was saying, this has been us. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. Talk to y'all later. Leave your comments below. Leave them below, please. Please. Leave your comments below. Check out those people that I've been advertising. Check them out. All right. Peace.